an organization called the Safe Water Team, which is a nonprofit organization committed to developing water solutions around the world. I'm here today to talk to you about corporate social responsibility. We have a very serious crisis around the world. The crisis involves unsafe drinking water. We have a simple solution that we're going to talk to you about, but more importantly, we're going to talk to you about how to solve the problem and how to solve it through the creation of a team of corporate social responsibility partners committed to the goal and objective of dealing with issues of safe water. And finally, we'll talk to you about an opportunity that you have as an individual, as a member of your church, as a Rotarian, in the area of safe water solutions. There is a crisis. There's a crisis that exists in this world today regarding safe water. And I could sit here and talk to you about the 5,000 to 8,000 people, mostly children, that die every day from waterborne disease. I could talk to you about the 2 million people every year that die. You've heard those statistics. Let me try to use an example to put things in perspective. Did you read the newspaper today, the headlines in the local newspaper? 15 747s took off today from the Grand Rapids Airport, or from the Detroit Airport, or from any major airport in this country. 15 747s took off, and they all crashed. And every one of those passengers on that airplane, most of which were children, died. And the headline tomorrow, in tomorrow's newspaper, again, 15 747s took off, and they all crashed. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. If that was in fact happening, would we be able to solve the problem? What would we do? Well, we wouldn't fly another airplane until we solve the problem. We wouldn't fly another airplane. We'd solve the problem, and those children, those people on those airplanes would not die. Well, we know what the problem is with unsafe water. We know what's killing those 5,000 to 8,000 people every day. It's unsafe water. What we need, we need the ability and willpower to solve the problem. The problem is very simple. 2/3 of the world lacks unsafe drinking water. There's 6.5 billion people that live in the world. As many as 4 billion people lack access to safe drinking water. How do we solve the problem? We have a solution. You've heard discussion about the biosand water filter, the hydrate filter. It's a very simple solution. It's a solution that Rotarians from around the world have been using to deal with problems of unsafe water. It removes parasites, it removes bacteria, it saves lives. But in order to implement the technology, we need a team. We need a team of people who can come together for the common goal of providing safe water around the world. That team has been working now for 8 years in various countries around the world. We started out in 2002 installing the first 10 water filters in the Dominican Republic. That team has helped fund science. That team has participated and helped support 5 efficacy studies that have been funded during the past 8 years. That team has been responsible for the implementation of 65,000 concrete and plastic biosand filters around the world. That team includes corporations, it includes Rotary clubs, it includes individuals, it includes other participants who want to get involved and work with our growing team. But recently, we have expanded that team to include a team of corporations. A team of corporations who are committed to working with us on a long-term basis. These are corporations who understand corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility isn't charity. Corporate social responsibility is not philanthropy. Corporate social responsibility is business. The companies that you see on this slide, Amway, Dow, Cascade Engineering, Litehouse Foods, these are corporations who understand that supporting humanitarian efforts is part of their overall business strategy. These are the kinds of corporations that we want to team up with to drive support long-term for water solutions. These are companies that have provided us enormous technical support. The Amway Corporation is providing enormous technical support in dealing with issues of water and water solutions around the world. Cascade Engineering, as you know, provides the manufacturers the hydrate filter. And you're going to, in a few minutes, see a 3-minute video by the Dow Chemical Company on how corporate social responsibility has changed the lives of one of their employees. We've teamed up with a growing list of other partners who have helped us with implementation, logistics, various other types of support. Team participation is the only way that we can solve the problem. Rotary Youth, Interact students from California, organizations that are committed to providing water solutions. One of the partnerships that I'm the most proud of is our relationship with the United States Navy. We have a partnership with the Navy. We're putting these filters on board U.S. naval ships around the world. The Safe Water team and Rotarians from Thirsting to Serve have funded over 1,000 filters, 3 semi-loads of filters that have been delivered to Haiti since the earthquake. Those filters were loaded on board U.S. Navy ships and shipped to Haiti by the United States Navy. These are the types of partnerships, innovative relationships that we need to put together in order to deal with this water crisis that we face. As Rotarians, we know how to form relationships. As Rotarians, we have this 1.2 million people around the world who we call friends. We have this network of people that we can talk to who are willing to support humanitarian efforts that we're involved in. And it's this network that we need to work to support. And we need to support that network, again, through corporate social responsibility. The wonderful thing about Rotarians is that most of them are also business people. Most of them understand corporate social responsibility. They understand, again, as I said, that corporate social responsibility is not charity. It's not philanthropy. Corporate social responsibility is part of the way they do business. I'd like to show you a 3-minute video that will explain to you how corporate social responsibility can change the lives of an employee working for a major corporation.
I grew up in Michigan. I went to school here, my family's here, and I live and work here. I've always dreamed of traveling, meeting people from different cultures, and making a difference in people's lives. I knew that many companies donated money and materials to help people in need. But when I started working at Dow, I learned they are helping to make a difference by donating people. People like me, with the knowledge, skills, and expertise that other organizations need but don't have. Through our business, my boss gave me a chance to help thousands of people gain access to safe, clean water. And my life changed forever. When I started, international aid groups and university researchers had already developed a patented water filter technology that provides clean, safe water. And Dow had already donated research money and the resins to make these filters. But what was missing was a solid business plan to scale up production and distribution and support it for the long term. And that's where I came in. I was given the chance to write the supply part of that plan. First, we had to learn how the water filters worked. Then we had to evaluate the places where water filters were needed and develop a plan to deliver them, not just once, but many times. We'd start in the Dominican Republic. You might think that delivering water filters is easy. It isn't. In underdeveloped countries, you have to learn what works and doesn't work locally. That means meeting, working, and building relationships with local people. My job was to work with them to evaluate and plan the logistics. How to get things where they needed to be, who was going to do it, and getting the tools and materials needed to make it happen. Transportation is a challenge too, competing with everything from freight trucks to donkeys and cow crossings. In the most remote areas where the need is the greatest, there are often no roads. My job was to come up with a supply plan that anticipated and overcame these barriers. Education is another challenge. You need to find the right local people who can help spread the word and teach people how to use these filters. There are many challenges, but we found solutions and built them into our supply plan so other people could use them. We traveled to overpopulated urban areas and rural mountain villages, meeting people in difficult circumstances. We met children who were overjoyed to see us. We saw that same joy in people who now have access to safe water. And that joy became the human bond that overcame language and cultural barriers. These water filters are changing lives. We traveled by day and worked by night, writing our plan on our laptop computers. When we got home, we presented our plan to aid organizations and other corporate partners. And today, that plan is making a difference, being used by other aid organizations to bring clean water to the world. Dow gave me a chance to do something I never would have dreamed possible. Changing lives by doing what I know how to do. I'm Christy Galis, and I am the human element.
Corporate social responsibility changed the lives of this young woman, this employee of the Dow Chemical Company. Our corporate social responsibility partners can help change the lives of people around the world. We can team up with them. We can team up with Rotarians who are also members or employees of these corporations, but as a team, we can work to change people's lives. Let me highlight the opportunity. We have created distribution centers in Honduras. We've created distribution centers in the Dominican Republic. We're working on Haiti. We're working on Ghana. We're working on Kenya. What we want to do is broaden the number of partners that we work with. We want to work with Rotarians who are committed to safe water. We want to work with our corporate friends who are committed to safe water, with members of churches, with individuals. We need to work together as a team to attack this problem. We were recently presented an opportunity that is of huge proportions. We had a meeting 3 weeks ago with the President of Honduras. We have signed an agreement with the President of Honduras to implement 40,000 filters over the next 5 years in Honduras in partnership with the Honduras government. The Honduras government will provide half the funding, and international donors will provide half the funding. This is an opportunity to engage you as an individual, to engage you as a member of a church, to engage you as a Rotarian, or to engage you in your capacity as a corporate social responsibility corporation. Only working together can we solve the problems of unsafe water. Thank you. Thanks for being willing to listen to a little more formal presentation. I appreciate the opportunity to get it on tape, and hopefully we can then get this message out so that others can see it.